My friend told me last night, Andre, when we first met you, nobody liked you. Well, not necessarily didn't like you, but nobody wanted to be around you. And I was like, why? And they said, well, when you were first introduced to us last year to handle some of our IT stuff or whatever, I mean, look, we got a lot of conservative and judgmental people here. And it wasn't just the fact you have face tattoos, it's because you also have tattoos on your hands. Like, you're tattooed everywhere. And I was like, okay, I was a little puzzled because a lot of people here, like the people who we're sitting with right here, literally have tattoos. One guy has tattoos from his chin all the way down to his feet. So how am I, why do you guys feel weird about me? So I'm thinking like, I'm confused here, So I questioned him and he was like, well, it's not that directly the fact that you have tattoos. It's about the symbols on them. And people just felt away about it. So for those watching and listening, if you haven't looked deep into my Instagram photos, if you're new to this channel or whatever, like I have a Metatron's cube on my left hand. I don't know why some people think this is the Triforce from Legend of Zelda. Maybe because you see the triangle. It's not a triangle. It's a sacred geometry symbol. I'm not going to get much into it, right? It could be a whole video. On my right hand, I have a Merkaba, which is another symbol. In the middle of the Merkaba is an eye of providence, or the all-seeing eye, is radiating light from the center. All around it are flames, right? And I have more stuff on my palms too. Anyway, so they were like, yo, some people, they know what these symbols mean, right? But conservative and judgmental people here will think it's strange religious icons, and you got tattoos on your face, hands, and palms. So those are aggressive places. He was saying like you can't really hide that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We barely see your face tattoos because of your glasses. Your glasses are like really thick, but the hands are the hands. You know what I'm saying? Now that we know more about you, look, you're really smart. You're good to be around, but a lot of what you have on you is misunderstood symbols in modern culture. It's a fear of the unknown. That's why people weren't comfortable around you. It's like we don't know what's wrong with this guy. Why this guy got face tattoos? It's not just face, like, but that symbol on his hand, like what is that about? What does that even mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And look, I understand. Like, I understand what they're saying, and they're 100% correct. I got my tattoos under my own free will. Nobody forced me to do this. I chose to get tattoos. Look, when I was younger, and I actually had a very distorted view in how I looked at my appearance, by the way. I don't think I really even talked about in videos that much, but like I didn't really like how I looked or anything, and that's why I wanted to tattoo myself almost everywhere. Hey, I'm still wild to this day, but years ago, I had some stuff going on. And this is kind of why I was saying in several videos in the past about presentability. A lot of people have tattoos, and I don't think it's bad to have them. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about getting a tattoo, this is something to think about, but at the same time, look, it's not bad. A lot of people have tattoos, but it does make you very difficult to read. And sometimes it can't make you difficult to read. Like what he said, some people were confused, but others knew. So they saw my tattoos and they were like, oh, so, he's into XYZ, even though that XYZ can be wrongly assumed. Like thinking I have a Triforce on my hand or a Star of David. Like, that's not what that is. But see that you're that's a wrong assumption of what it means. But you see what I'm saying? Some people, they could read you, they may read you, and it's not difficult for them to read you, but they could read you incorrectly, or sometimes they'll be like, I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna stay away from it because it's unknown to me, or I'm not educated on something, or you know what I'm saying? You can't blame other people for something like that. You chose to put it right there for a reason, you know what I'm saying? But this is why appearance obviously matters. And what I always shared was that this is why people always make themselves have to flex their name brand stuff. Like people want the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, or other famous brands because it's a way for people to read you without knowing you. Oh, you got the exclusive Jordans. You rocking the exclusive Yeezys. Them shoes cost hundreds. Those are, that's a pre-release. You wearing that jacket though? The Jordans and the jacket? That's an expensive leather jacket. I saw that stuff. That's like $1,000 jacket. And people, people see it. They think you're wealthy. You see how even me being like silly with that, I'm being silly obviously with the reaction, but people do act that way. They're like, whoa, he got Jordans on. And then it's like, they're already thinking something about you, even in a positive light. Like, oh, this person, they think you might be wealthy. or successful in some way or have something about you that allows you to have access to expensive clothing. Like you have a lot of disposable income. The same thing about cars. See somebody drive around in an expensive vehicle, you don't even know. That could be their mom could have paid for that car. Their dad could have paid for that car. You don't know. But it's like, all right, so they must got a lot of disposable income. They must got money coming in. Or, if their parents were to pass, they may, you get what I'm saying? So people will do this though and be broke at the same time. Like, I seen people like shorties, they'll get their nails done, they get their hair done, all this stuff, but they don't got it like that. They can't afford to pay their half a dinner. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? They're focused on the image so people can read them in a way that they feel that they can control that narrative. And this is the thing too about some people. I don't think they know how badly they shoot themselves in the foot with stuff like this. Like me, my tattoos. I shot myself in the foot. I put myself in a position to be judged based on a certain narrative. Whether it's true or not, it's just an image. So, you know how I counter this, by the way? I try not to look like a thug, okay? I always dress formal. In my Instagram pictures, you see I'm usually, most of the time, wearing a collared shirt or a suit, right? Not only because that's just how I wear my clothes now, but because I got work to do. You know what I'm saying? I work. So, I work so much that I don't really go out casually anymore. So I'm just always wearing what I'm wearing. And actually 2 months ago, I donated all my clothes. If I open up my closet right now, if I ever did it like a closet tour or something, all you'll see in my closet is just suits, dress pants, collared shirts, and a few hoodies. Just a few hoodies. I donated my Jordans. I had no, I'm not wearing a suit and some Jordans. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing a collared shirt and tucking in my pants with some Jordans. Like it's just, it's confusion. You know what I'm saying? It don't look right. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of Nikes, but the rest of my shoes are formal shoes. They're dress shoes. So even though I have tattoos on my hands and my face, people will look at the outfit and judge before that. Oh, he's wearing a suit. Oh, he's wearing a collared shirt with it tucked into his pants. Yeah, it's geeky to tuck in your shirt to your pants, but it makes it very easy for me to be approached, by the way. It makes it easier for people to get to know me. They don't think like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I want to look like a thug. Also, I be telling y'all, I be going to the Dominicans to cut my hair. They be getting me right, bro. They be putting like a protractor up to my head and everything just to line me up, bro. Russian and Dominican barbers, you walk out of the barbershop owned by one of them, man. I got a facial trim yesterday. It feels like you got baptized. You know what I'm saying? I just got a cut and facial trim yesterday. I walked into the barber. They're watching some Latin DJ on Twitch on the big TV, right? And they all dancing to the music at the same time. They don't even say a single word to me besides, "Hey, papi," and then they'll point to their chair, and I'll be like, "Hey, I know what that means." You know what I'm saying? So I'll pop up. I was like, "Yo, hey, clean up my wolf cut. Hey, pencil mustache. Put a little gap in between. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little taper right here. You know what I'm saying? Clean the sides. Make it clean. That's all I gotta say. So all I gotta say, they don't be speaking English like that. So I don't gotta sit in a barbershop and entertain somebody socially. You know what I'm saying? Like this, cut my hair. Let me listen to this. I don't even understand Spanish, bro. This Twitch DJ playing music. I don't even understand what they talking about, but they having a good time. So that's all that matters to me. And then listen, I be feeling, they put that, I don't know what it's called. I think it's just alcohol, man. Rejuvenated stuff wakes me up. Now, imagine, and this happens to other people because I know a lot of people are overlooking the message of this video. I've seen people be like, "Well, I'm ugly. This is why nobody talks to me. It's hard to be ugly in life because I'm so ugly." You know what I'm saying? Pretty people get everything. Look, you're right. You're right. You're right. Pretty people do tend to get an advantage. Listen, you might also be ugly, but look at your haircut, bro. Look at that neck beard. Yo, trim your beard, man. Trim your mustache. What is wrong? Like, dude, you a caveman? Like, you look, you know what I'm saying, bro? Your shoes don't fit you. Like, your shoes look like they're gonna break if you twist your ankles. Like they just generally, like, your shoes are just so tight on your feet, bro. Like, it just look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your shoes are bending sideways. Your shirt doesn't fit you. I see your belly button. Please don't stretch, because I'll see it. Why are you wearing skinny jeans and you got the oink oink piggy thighs, bro? Ain't nobody want to see what, like, skinny jeans and look, bro. See, like, ain't nobody want to see this. Nobody wants to see your shirt fly over, and nobody wants to see your belly button show your abdomen. Nobody want to see you bend over and we see your lower back and your butt crack, and it's hairy. You know what I'm saying? That just makes it worse. The only time you should be wearing tight shirts is if you're hitting the gym, right? Or you've been hitting the gym and you're trying to show off your muscles. But even that's controversial to people, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I mean about this, like, you know, you don't look good, you know? You may be the nicest person ever. Sure, you're ugly, right? As you say. You may not have the best facial features. Dude, but yo, you look like I wouldn't want to be near you though. Just by how you're presenting yourself. Like, and people just don't be taking care of themselves. And don't make excuses, by the way. Oh, but my teeth are bad. Ain't nobody asked you to open your mouth when you smile. Oh, yeah, I got bad teeth, you know. Dude, you know you can smile with your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know whitening strips, they exist for a reason. I use them. You wonder why my teeth are so white? It's because of that. And people years ago, some of y'all remember, yo, this is hilarious. This is why you can't listen to what people say on the internet. Or like people just want to be funny online. So they'll like, you know, they'll say something like hateful or judgmental towards you, or just like, you know, they'll mock you for certain things about like things that you're trying to improve on. So like for example, remember years ago, I had braces? I was a grown man with braces. People would say stuff about it like, you a grown man, you got braces, like you look so goofy, bro. Yeah, well, now my braces are off, and you see my pictures now with my braces off. My teeth look straight, very, very, very straight, aligned. Hey, at least I could chew my food properly. You know what I'm saying? Look, my teeth look clean, the white and straight. So who got the final laugh here? People trying to do things better for themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who got the final laugh here? Take care of yourself. Some things you can't control. You can't control how tall you were born, obviously. You can't, but you can control how that, like, some people are really short, but they'll wear clothes that are meant for, like, I wouldn't say meant, but it's like, it only looks good on tall people. You can't control certain things about your facial structure or whatever, unless you got money like that to be a surgeon. But it's shooting yourself in the foot if you make it even worse. Nobody's the perfect fashion expert, by the way. Not everyone. Look, so sometimes we wear clothes and it just don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you like, maybe this will look good today if I walk out the house looking like this. And, you know, it happens to all of us. And it turns out, man, you look at yourself in the mirror later that day, like, what did I? But, man, try your best to look sharp, to look clean at least. At least look clean. Okay, if you don't got clothes like that, you can't spend money on clothes. Do something. Listen, you can't, bro. I tell you, that neck beard. One of the things I think is like really nasty. It's the neck beard thing. The neck beard thing, and like your hair don't be washed or anything. It just look like, it's just nasty. Like, you just look nasty. You look greasy. You look nasty. And like, you wonder why people don't want to talk to you, or you wonder why you get mad at people for judging you, or like, say, I'm being a gentleman though. I'm telling you, this is why, you may be the nicest person, but nobody wants to be near someone who looks like a grease ball, who looks dirty and stinky, And that's why my friend said to me very early, by the way, when I first met the guy who's saying all this stuff to me, he told me very early, he's like, yo, Andre, you got these tattoos everywhere. You have to get people to know you. If you just sit there shy and quiet like you usually are, because you are an introverted person, and you do things, people will just judge you without even talking to you. People don't want to go up to people. That's the thing. People don't want to go up to and get to know them. And that's, you could blame, the society, nobody wants to talk to, people are weird now, they're always on their phone. But like, okay, so what are you gonna do? Just gonna complain and whine all day? Why me? Like, or are you gonna actually make adjustments? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to make your life way harder. And that's what he was telling me. Like, you got face tattoos. You got to get people to know you. And I took that to heart. And that's why whenever I walk into rooms, and again, I'm taking accountability. I got my own tattoos on my own free will and accord. But whenever I walk into rooms, I shake everyone's hand. Hey, I'm Andre. Nice to meet you. I love your shirt. Hey, good to see you. I'm Andre. Like, I'm not really a social person, but I understand that I crippled myself with my past choices. So I have to adjust. I have to get people to know me. I can't be mysterious in certain places. I can't just show up and sit in the back. I've had people tell me they were scared of me. Scared of me. Aku? Scared me? Like, but this is what happens. And it makes sense. Anyway, just wanted to share some insight about this experience and something to think about when it comes to presentability and approachability. Not everyone has it easy, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they just make their life harder though. But you got to adjust if that's the case. It's not going to change. People will always judge based off of appearance more than anything. And people will always judge favorably to certain other people. Doesn't mean they'll all turn their back to you. Most might, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I love you all. I'm out.